All right, let's do it. It's Eric, the Big E Arnold here in the Sports Barn, and it's Thursday morning, 2nd of September, and it's the opener here of college football season tonight. I mean, I guess you could. I guess I just don't count these other games they've been playing. You know, they haven't really been. You know, Illinois, Nebraska is a real game. That's. You know, but to me, you know, I can't get excited about UAB beating Jacksonville State. So tonight, you know, and we got 3 picks for you. I know I said I wasn't going to pick any games, but, well, give the people what they want. And I figure we'll give you 3 picks. Buyer beware. You know, I don't really have any strong and fast model or angle or anything to hang my hat on other than just kind of this is what I think. So basically I'm guessing. So I'm guessing. I have 3 guesses on tonight's slate of games in college football. I have 2 MLB picks for you here. In case you missed it, we've won in MLB all year long. So, you know, we've had winning baseball selections pretty much for most of the season. And, hey, hooray. If you've missed it, Pittsburgh Louie, he's hot again. He's stringing them in the comments section. He picks baseball games, so definitely check that out. Well, let's get to it. Not a lot of time here to get into politics, so let's get right to it. There's a cat. He's out making his rounds this morning. Where are we? I guess we missed yesterday. I played one game, unbeknownst to you. We took the Red Sox, won with that. Tuesday was kind of a little bit of a lost day. We lost with the Red Sox. We lost with the Astros. Won with the Padres. Won with the Phillies. I forget. I don't have that slide up there. But at any rate, we're still, you know, way above 500, upwards of 29, 30 units to the good for the season. So what should we do here in the MLB today? You know, it's a little bit of a short card today. I don't know. I think it's time to almost start. You know, we've had a lot of luck playing these big favorites. You know, in other words, I told you 6 to 8 weeks ago it was go time, and all the good teams. We're going to start putting their best foot forward, and we're going to start playing their best baseball and, you know, make a run at wherever they need to go. And that's worked. But some of these prices have caught up. I mean, you know, you're seeing prices in the 300s now. You know, the White Sox yesterday were in the 300s. I think the Blue Jays were in the 300s. You know, if you're playing a 3-game set, you got to sweep that if you're playing in the 300s. And, you know, all you need, if you're one of these big underdogs, is just 1 win out of 3 to win the series, if you will. So, you know, that's risky. We don't like getting up into the 300s. I've said before, there's value in big favorites often, but that's too big. Teams, you know, I think teams, if you're getting like minus 200, I think a lot of times there is value there because the line should be minus 250, 280. But, you know, at minus 320, minus 350, there's not a lot of margin there. So, a couple games and they're not on the board yet. I don't know what's going on this morning. Where are there a lot of injuries? Is there a COVID thing going on? Who the fuck knows? But two games we liked is the Phillies and the Mets. And we're coming down with, we think they're just, when they finally hit the board, there are a couple things that make me nervous. So we're not playing them. The Phillies, Aaron Nola's pitching. He's completely unreliable. He's totally overvalued. He's just as likely to go out there as a huge favorite and give up 5 runs. So I just don't think we can play that one. And then the Mets. I mean, the Mets are the Mets. You know, right now, it almost feels like the Mets are going to get on a run just because the fans hate them. The players hate the fans. People are getting DUIs in the front office. It's a total dysfunctional shit show, which to me is Met Central. That's when these guys would be good because they're an opposite team. You know, if a normal team, that would be bad. But this is the Mets. So, you know, bad is good, up is down. This is the Mets. I can't play the Mets. I always get them wrong. So, and I think they could be a little expensive today. So I'm not playing them. Feel free, subscriber F, if you think, if you feel lucky. But what we are playing today, we're going to go ahead this afternoon with the Brewers. You know, maybe this is some kind of trap or something, but I can't turn this one down. You're getting plus 160. My team has just won 3 straight games on their field. You know, the Brewers won Monday, they won Tuesday, they won Wednesday in San Francisco. And I'm getting plus 160? I mean, oh, okay, you're saying, well, then they must have like one of their aces going. They have Logan Webb pitching. I don't think he's that great of a pitcher. I mean, he's okay. He's having a nice season, but I don't think this guy's an ace. You know, I think Webb and Lauer are probably pretty equal. Lauer for the Brewers today. So, I don't know. I think the Brewers right now are making a statement, basically saying, we're the best team in the National League, you know, contrary to popular opinion that the Dodgers are. So, you know, the Brewers, they win. They've always won. Craig Counsell, his return on investment record is probably the best of any current manager. If it's not the best, he's in the top 5. That dude covers numbers. He exceeds expectations. He's exceeded expectations this week, going out there and he's hammering the Giants. The Giants may be spitting the bit. You know, they've had a fantastic year. They're pretty much guaranteed a playoff spot. I don't think they need to worry about that. But they would like to not be in that one game of death. But it's you know, everyone says that the season's a marathon. Have I ever told you that? I've run 6 marathons in my lifetime. I have. I know, it doesn't look that way. But I have. And if you ever watched, or better yet, run a marathon, as you get into the latter part of the race, pace becomes relatively constant. In other words, whatever pace you're running at, that's what you're running at. And there's no, hey, I've got another gear. No, you don't. I mean, your gear is what you are in. In other words, if there's a guy like the Dodgers who's coming up on the outside on the Giants and they're making a move, it's going to be hard for the Giants to go with them. So we just kind of think this is the point now that we've all been waiting for the Dodgers to take them. And this is probably it. This weekend is the last 3 games that the Giants and Dodgers will play all season. So the Giants tomorrow is their start of a 3-game series in San Francisco. So you got that. So the Giants are probably looking ahead to that weekend series. They must win that weekend series to have any chance at all at holding off the Dodgers. They must win that weekend series. All this leads up to me. I just think the Giants are going to just keep doing what they're doing, and that's losing. So, and we're getting paid a hell of a good price here to watch them lose. So I just can't. The value here is just way too good. You've got to take a crack this afternoon with the Brewers. So we will. And then the Rockies. The Rockies had a nice comeback win yesterday in Texas. Got down 5-0. The starter goes out with an injury. It's getaway day. The Rockies normally would just file their bats in the back and let's fly home to Denver where we're somebody else. But they didn't. They actually played the game and fought back and won the game with a 9th inning comeback. So very unusual. The Rockies have got to be feeling good about themselves. Here come the Braves. The Braves are, in a spin. They face the best team in, certainly the National League, we'll say. In the Dodgers, they smacked them around. The Dodgers smacked the Braves around. The Braves are in a tailspin. The Rockies are really good in Denver. I think this is worth a shot here at a nice price that the Braves dropping in here, not playing well, and the Rockies are playing well, or at least they feel good about themselves. I don't know if they're playing well necessarily. So we'll take a shot here. I'm telling you, the Rockies are a different team in Denver. They just are. So you're getting paid a premium here to play a really good home dog here. We'll take the Rockies. All right, so that's our MLB. So now, what about college football this evening? Here's a game nobody gives a shit about, unless I guess you're from South Carolina, and then you probably still don't give a shit about it. I know a couple people in South Carolina, and I'm certain they don't give a shit about this game. But nevertheless, I think we're getting some value with Citadel. They run that run triple option type deal. The stuff Army and Navy runs. I don't think they run it nearly as well as those teams. They don't have the talent that those teams have, but I think that kind of offense generally keeps the score down. It just kind of shortens the game. Coastal's obviously vastly superior to Citadel, and they're going to win the game, but maybe they win by 35, and that half point comes into play there. So that's the thinking, that those triple option teams where you get huge amounts of points, maybe that's what you're looking for, is that the other team is just going to grind it out. If Citadel can avoid turnovers, that the game might be shortened up enough that they can, lose it, say, coming up with a number that covers it for me. 41-7. How about that? 41-7, I'm getting 35.5 points. I win. I'll have to do the math when I edit the video, make sure that's right. We're going to take Boise at Central Florida. I told you I don't like playing these opening week games. It's hard to figure out who's got what team's doing what. Yeah, you just don't know till they play a couple games. So I hate doing this. But, you don't give a shit about that. You want action. You want me to tell you who's going to win. So I'll guess at who's going to win, sure. Boise and Central Florida both played BYU last year. Mostly teams played within their own conferences, so there's not a lot of. It's hard to find common denominators between teams. But here we're lucky in that they both played BYU. To me, BYU was a top 10 team easily last year. They were a machine. I mean, you had the future Jets quarterback, Zach Wilson. He was the quarterback, and he was great. So both played BYU. Both got killed by BYU. Who appeared to be the better team versus BYU? To me, it was Boise. They both played basically, Boise played on their home turf. Central Florida, I would say, played more or less on their home turf. They played at Boca Raton on grass in Florida, close enough for me. Boise played with the third string quarterback, who will not play tonight. They should have their starter, if you will, and he's not a superstar, but he's better than that third string quarterback. He's going to play tonight. So, whereas the guy that played BYU in the bowl game for Central Florida, he's a starter tonight. I was not impressed with Central Florida's defense at all. BYU went up and down the field on those guys like a hot knife through butter, whereas Boise, I thought they occasionally stopped Wilson. Occasionally they would tackle him. And then the game just got out of hand because the third string quarterback just could not do anything. And when you keep just giving the ball back to an NFL quarterback, sooner or later he's going to score some points on you, and that's what happened. So we think there's value there with Boise State. 2 years ago they came east on the opener, came down to Florida State, beat them. So you say, well, Florida State sucks. Yes, of course they suck. Everyone knows that now. But they know how to come east. They know how to play early in the season in Florida. They've done that. The coaching staff is familiar with it. It leaves a good taste in their mouth. I think that there's no one in that locker room of Boise who thinks they cannot win this game. Everyone's feeling pretty good, I think, about this trip east with Boise. So and you're getting 6 points. So we'll go ahead with Boise there. And then lastly, the big one, I don't know where we're ranked, top 5, I imagine. And I use we. I know that's not right. And everybody, so there's a segment of people who get all pissed off about that. Are you on the team? Do you belong to? No, I don't. I went to the school. And no, I don't even give them fucking money because they're forcing people to get vaccinated. Fuck them. I'm not, you're lucky I root for you guys at all. But I'm hardwired to root for the Buckeyes, so, we'll overlook this vaccination deal for now. But I don't know. I think we're probably going to win this game. Will we cover the 14? Sure. I'll say sure. I know Bruce Franklin says I told you I was going to. I did not say I was going to play Minnesota. I said I did not know. I have now come down on the side of no, Minnesota will not cover. Ohio State will cover. We're just better than they are. And I think this early season game kind of advantage Ohio State, just that we're more of a football factory than Minnesota is. I think there's never an off season in Columbus. I don't think they're going to have much of a home field advantage up there tonight. I don't think the students are quite into it yet. I don't even know if they're on campus yet. Hell, I checked the box office last night. As of last night, you can still get seats to this game. What does that say? I mean, you got the number. I mean, let's put it this way. In the SEC, if Alabama's coming to town in, I don't know, Tennessee or something, you're not getting tickets to that game. You're just not. The whole town, the whole university, the whole eastern half of the state is waiting for you, Alabama, hoping to kick your ass. Well, I don't think that's the case up there in Minnesota. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to go in there and buy tickets had I wanted to. So I'm thinking no one's that excited up there in Minnesota, neutralizing the home field advantage. I think Ohio State, when you got a team like Ohio State and the speed we've got, the receivers we've got, the offensive line that we've got, we can score. I mean, we can score on anybody. And 14 points when you're up in the 30s, 40s, and 50s really isn't that much. You know, it looks a little scary. And if it's a defensive struggle, yeah, that's a lot of points. But Minnesota plays on that field turf that we like, that's good for our speed. It's going to be perfect conditions. It's not, I don't know. I didn't look that up. Honestly, I didn't have time to look that up. But it'll probably be good conditions. I doubt we're going to be playing in a monsoon. That's about the only thing it could be bad is it might rain. But it's not going to be cold. I'm sure of that. So it's not going to snow. I think the conditions are going to favor Ohio State here. And let's see, maybe Minnesota hangs with us for a half. I remember an early game within the last 5 years. I think Urban was still the coach. And it was at Indiana. Same deal. You know, we open up with a road conference game. It's like, well, that's kind of weird. And Indiana was there for about 40 minutes. And then we just hit them with a 28-0 spurt. Boom! You know, there's some speed for you. Oh, there goes Paris Campbell for a touchdown on a screen pass, 70 yards. Boom! And that was it. Bucks win and cover. I think we're looking at something similar tonight. That's how we're playing it. So it is written, so it shall be done. All right, so baseball, we had the Brewers and the Rockies. We're going to take Citadel, Boise, and Ohio State. Go Bucks. And that's it. That's it. I'm going to get to the video editor, get this done. Then we got other stuff, all kind of other stuff we got to do today. So videos over the weekend. I don't know. I don't know. I cannot promise you anything until probably Monday. So this could be the last video for the week. Sorry about that. Well, we'll do what we can. You might get a surprise video. You might not. The schedule will even out, I think, a little more after the holiday weekend, and once we have some, things we can shoot at in college football rather than just forcing. It's taking me forever to make these picks in college football, and I don't have that kind of time right now. But so that's why you're not going to probably get a video this weekend. But we'll see. Like I said, next week's another week. Good, great, thanks. Hit the like button. That always makes me feel good. Subscribe. We'll be there for NFL football. And we'll see you again. Eric Arnold signing off.